Hey, welcome to this Cold Waters gameplay video. If you love Cold Waters, then don't miss a minute of what's coming up. Hey, welcome. Let's get back in that 1968 campaign. Now, I know I've made some noise in other videos about how I wasn't going to do this anymore, and that has to do with my opinion that the Cold Waters engine really is designed for the 80s and beyond. Uh, Straight running torpedoes are just a nightmare to try to use. I have a lot of opinions why that is, not really important why. Uh, it's just the way I feel about it. But I've had one person ask me to continue this, and I don't want to disappoint that person. No, I'm not going to promise. Not going to promise I'm going to keep doing this. But we're going to give it at least one more try here. So what do you say we jump in here, load this campaign up, and while I'm doing that, please consider subscribing, hitting that bell notification, and there we go. Share with your friends and leave me a comment. Let me know, what do you think about how the 1968 campaign works here? How do you feel about using straight running torpedoes and how they ought to be done? Anybody's got an opinion on that? An in-game opinion. I'm sure that real life things were something entirely different, but we're talking about game here. We're not talking about life. We're not talking about how things are. We're talking about how things are presented here. Okay, what are our orders? Go home. Get toys to play with. Yeah, clearly we need to go home and get toys to play with. Okay, let's make sure that's good. I don't remember where we are. Ah, there we are off the coast of Iceland. Run, 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 run. I am more useless cutscenes. There we go. We've done all this. We haven't earned any medals because I'm just not that good. Diesel electric attack submarines sail within the next 7 days into transit the GI UK area. Ooh, we're going after submarines. That's actually kind of fun. In 1968, at least. Let's take 5 of those. At least the weapons that we're carrying, these Mark 37s, are what they were designed to do. They were designed to go after submarines. Although I have my own suspicions and the comments of someone in the channel who served in this period, I have reason to believe that the Mark 37s didn't behave the way they behave in the game. It's a game. So what do you say we go play it? Let's get out of here. Now, if they're going to transit the GI UK gap, we've got this whole mess between Greenland and the United Kingdom to worry about. So we're going to kind of perch a little bit more to the north. All right, I'm going to come down. How about halfway and watch the SOSUS line and see what comes to pass here. It makes for kind of, will it ever happen? And perhaps I ought to edit this boring stuff out. I don't know. Come on, submarines. Come on. Really? It's, perhaps I should cut some of this out. What do you say? We're just sitting here. Let's move a little bit just for fun. There, I did something. Oh no, another cutscene. We're attacking back into West Germany. I don't care. Where are my targets? There we go. 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 Come on now. Bump into me. Bump into me. Ah! Now, it don't get any happier than that for a Cold Waters player. You're sitting still. We waited for them, and they came to us. That rocks. So, let's see. New sonar contact at 269. We're at 50 feet. We ought to have plenty of water. Our heading is 328. Our speed's 5 knots. No layers, no surface ducts. Check that to be sure. 269. Let's get in there and get quiet.
Sonar. Rig ship for ultra quiet.
See if I can do this without surfacing the boat. 86 dB, it's awfully noisy. Not horrible, but it's pretty noisy. Let's get on that guy right there.
Con sonar. Sierra 1 is cavitating.
A Juliet. That's
Con
odd.
sonar. Sierra 1 is classified as submerged submarine.
That's odd. Haven't seen much in the way of Juliets. she's a missile boat. Look at those SSN 3As. Now that's an old boat that would have had to surface to launch her weapons. But all right, if she goes active, she will know all about us. She's shallow. I think I'm going to plane down. We're going to ballast down. Get us a little bit of water over our head. And
passing 100 feet.
We'll just see how this breaks. 7,000 yards, 5,000 yards, that's awkward. I'm about ready to do one of those point myself at him. I'm inside of 5,000 yards, you don't scare me. Let's
passing 200 feet.
Dial in a wee bit of left rudder and get that going.
Passing 300 feet.
Okay, well, we're not hearing anything else. I don't know if this is our target or not. I could have swore it said wolf pack. What do you say? What do you say we settle in at about 800 feet? This is a deep diving boat. Now, I don't know if that's accurate or not, but it is what it is. And my phone is just ding, ding, dinging in the background. I need to take all my other electronics and throw them across the, out to the lake and sink them. Not my desktop though. I love my desktop. Okay. Although it'd be nice to replace these monitors. They're nice monitors. I just like to. I think it'd be kind of cool to get bigger ones. Of course, that runs into here. I'm babbling. That runs into desktop space. You get one really big one, run everything in a window, or two bigger ones and run out of space on the desk. I don't know. Anyway. All right, we're coming around. We're settling in nice and deep. Once again, that's all about, especially in this period, Soviet torpedoes. I think they're probably better than the Mark 37, at least in terms of speed. But they're just not hard to avoid. They seem to have a very narrow, just like the Mark 37, a very narrow uh, cone which they can detect. They can detect you. So we can get some vertical separation to stay out of that cone of detection. It's just as good as something in the horizontal plane. We're still coming around. We have not gotten much better. Haven't gotten much better in terms. It's improving.
Dive at 800 feet. Dive high.
Our solution's improved a bit. I may have gone a little deep. That might be hurting me on the detection. Let's
Make depth
make a
600
suggestion that, yeah,
feet, dive
maybe
I.
I'm wrong. Let's come up a wee bit as we swing through, pointing at him more or less now. He's going very slow. He is down to 3 knots. Oh, we're in his baffles. Now, how do we know that? I guess he does seem to be moving away. He does seem to be moving away, but we think we're in his baffles. Okay, that's good enough, I guess. Yeah, that's it. It's the apparent motion. We're still not getting. Let's get that rudder amidships. He's opening the range on us, and we're having a hard time getting a solution on him anyway. Okay, it seems to be improving now. Maybe coming up a little bit in the water column helped. If I had a better feel for the range, I'd put weapons out there. With us being in his baffles, that's just about as good as it gets. But not knowing where he is and these crummy little torpedoes that creep along,
Con, dive at 600 feet, dive I.
I'd rather know where he is. Mark 48 just go out and find him. I just don't believe these Mark 37s will do that. We got to have a better solution. But it's improving. It's improving. He's moving away from us. He's opening the range slowly. We're making 5 knots. He's making 6. You know what? There he is. Now we're getting somewhere. All right, let's dial in about 10 degrees right rudder and continue. So now we don't think we're in his baffles. So let's see if we can force that issue. I don't think he's heard us yet, which is a good thing. And 73%. Still not good enough to get a 3D model. And I think he's coming left. I don't know if we're going to be able to force this. I don't know if we're going to be able to slip into his baffles anytime soon if he keeps doing what it looks like he's doing. Oh, boy, we're about to lock him up now. We need to stay very, very quiet. He just might be able to. All right, we're at course 270. We're going to stay there. Yeah, he's coming around. He's coming around to the left. Okay, well, this is the dance. This is the dance. There he is. He's up there just waiting to get that boat on the surface and open up those big hatches and sling those big ugly missiles at NATO resupply. And that's what we're here to stop. We don't need no missiles launched. He's just. I really can't. There he is. There he is. Hard to see against that dark blue. There he is. Hey, do me a big favor here, pal. If you would keep wriggling and just wriggle a little bit to the right now. Yeah. An up the skirt shot would rock. Well, ain't Ain't nothing to do. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to hit the F9 and compress time. Speed this fun and games up. There he is. He's coming to the right. He's coming right, I should say. Not to the right. This is all, like everything's all relative. No, we are in his baffles. In his baffles at 6,000 yards, 6,200 yards. I'd feel better if we were further away. But I think we can send. Let's watch him just a few more minutes. Game time, not video time. I hit F9. Yeah, the range is opening. It's opening rather slowly. And he's coming to the right enough that we could be out of his baffles here shortly. All right, up. Let's leave them passive for right now. I don't want them waking him up. And I'm gonna shoot tube 1.
Shoot tube 1. Aye, sir.
We're gonna shoot tube 2 or tube 3, I think.
Shoot tube 3. Aye, sir.
All right. Shoo, that thing crosses the bow awfully close. That's nervous making. Okay, now these little puppies swim off at their pathetic rate. I mean, who thought this was a good idea? Little tiny, slow. It's like they had. Now, and I don't know the history of the Mark 37, and maybe I ought to. I mean, I actually was in the Navy for a short time. Wasn't doing this or anything like it, but these things appear to be something you'd hang on a helicopter or on a airplane. They're just tiny. So, hey, we've got ASW torpedoes that we can heave up on an S2 and drop. What do you say we shove them in the torpedo rooms on all our SSNs? Okay. I'm sure it wasn't quite that simple, and people can and do, including me, talk out their rear end about how stupid people are. They did, da da da. But they didn't have to live this. They didn't have to do this. I don't know. Oh yeah, I want these guys to. It's just going to take a few minutes because the overtake is just miserably slow. As long as these torpedoes, come on now. As long as these torpedoes stay behind him. Now let's do the F9 thing. Try to get us a little bit of. See, he's making 8 knots, and those torpedoes are overtaking him just, a tiny bit. Look at the way the gap on that enable point has opened. And all right, and here we go again with the F9. Let's watch him swim away. Lord, it takes forever. These things can't be running 15, 20 knots. Who would have thought that was a good idea? Or maybe, I don't know. I don't want to blame Killerfish because I don't know what information they had to work with. Maybe they got it wrong. I don't know. Maybe it was just this dreadful. Maybe this is why the 1968 campaign is so frustrating. And we hit the F9 again, and the torpedoes are still catching up to him at a torpid pace. One thing's good about it, though. You want to know what's good about it? We got almost 9,000 yards between us and him right now. Any return fire he manages. There he goes. That's awesome. All
Con
right,
sonar.
fire him up.
Experiencing from Sierra 1.
Go. Fire him up. Go. Make him active. As I was saying before the Juliet got smart, any counterfire is going to be really difficult for him to score with. Now, we've lost a bunch of solution on him. Matter of fact, we've lost it entirely. He's fake. Man, what a mess. But the torpedoes are, as long as we keep these
Con
wires.
sonar. Noisemaker bearing 212.
Yep. Okay, as long as we keep these wires, I don't see him getting away.
Con
Let's
sonar.
go active
Switching
and
to
see if that
active
helps.
search.
Yes, apparently that helped a lot. I don't know where his torpedoes are. I don't hear them at all. Okay, that torpedo, make him cut the corner there.
Con fire control. Weapon acquired.
He is just boogieing along. Shallow. He said, yeah, that's just not wise of him.
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing 215.
And immediately he confuses these stupid torpedoes.
Con
And
fire control. Weapon acquired.
3 back in the game. I think we're going to get him here. Come on now.
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing.
And
Fire control. Weapon acquired.
thump.
Con fire control. Weapon countermeasure homing.
He's still up. He's still alive. That's a tough boat. Reload. Get that other torpedo chasing him properly.
Con fire control. Weapon acquired.
He's sinking out. That doesn't look like he is. That doesn't look like he's diving. That looks like. Let's see what his planes are doing. Kind of hard to say. Doesn't look like they're doing anything. Looks we may have to drive that torpedo down to have a chance here. Come on now. Come on now.
Sonar. Noisemaker bearing 216.
Got to get down on your depth. He can really. He's out sinking the torpedo. And I am doing a lot of manual work here. He's coming up. Wow, torpedo doesn't see him at all. Doesn't see him at all. Can I drive it into him? That'll be cheating like crazy. It's 1968, and I am, using the godlike powers of the external views to drive that torpedo into the target.
Switching to passive search.
All right, we reload that torpedo now. Do we have a problem here? No, that's what I was talking about. They're his torpedoes. Weapons are nearby, but they're no threat. He just didn't have a good enough feel for us to lead us enough with those weapons. And so now the Juliet is sinking out. And all the way to the bottom. All the way to the bottom. And look around. And there we go. Get the interface back on. We still can't get loose. Let's
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
F9 a little bit. And hope those weapons pop sometime soon. Or at least get far enough away that we don't care. We're not hearing anything else.
Torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
And we can get out of here. Was that our target? Very pleased that you've dealt with these subs with determination, all one of them, and resolve, Commander. Remember that for every enemy vessel we take out, it means a safer transit for our troops. Good work. Await new orders. Okay, so we spooked the Soviet subs, and oh goodness, enemy strike force or patrol Norwegian coast. Oh Lord, it's the hardest thing to do in 1968. But that's our next mission. But we are at 26 minutes almost. I think we're going to call it good. Hey, I appreciate you watching, and I sure hope I see you here again soon. Hey, thanks for watching. If you click on that picture of very young Waz, you'll be subscribed so you'll never miss another video. Then click on that bell notification button, and please share and comment. See you again soon.